And Devin 1 is with us.
Yep. Steve brought Charlie last night as his special guest, so today I have Devin. So anybody can throw questions at her too if they want to. Yeah, that is Audrey in here. Audrey and Sophia. Oh, there they are. Sophia. Devin's the overnight tonight, so you'll get to watch Sophia and Audrey in the house. How old are the puppies in the kitchen? That's a good question. They're at least 14 weeks, right? How around there, probably. I'm gonna say Gretchen is, I'm gonna guess 13, and the other ones are, let's say, 15 weeks old. There you go. That's your answer. Yeah. Someone will correct me later.
We ought to get those two dogs hooked up together. This is crazy.
The twins?
The twins. I have harnesses someplace.
Let's see, I'll talk about my day. No one's asking me any questions. I guess I'm not exciting. Today I did pokies. I usually get all 8 of them done by 1 o'clock. And then I get to move on to other dogs. Bailey, you're all right. Okay. So all the pokies did great. The stars of the day were Tumbler and Sid. Sid actually had was right on the ball today. A lot of attention. Everyone always calls when I'm talking. He's very focused.
Perfect dog project.
What else can I say?
Oh.
Nobody peed or pooped in the stores. That's a bonus, yes. Always. Knock on wood. We're all excited for the party.
I don't take calls at this hour today. Thank you. Don't ever do it again.
Sophie and Audrey are being goofy.
Who the hell he is?
Don't ever call here.
Trying to sell me something.
Let's see. What else can we talk about, Devin? How is Sophie at your house?
Sophie is very good.
Speak up.
Sophie is very good.
She is. You have other dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's long. Okay, here we go. Now we have one. Do you think the dogs find the snow strange? I think so. When you have puppies that haven't seen snow for the first time, they always have that kind of, oh my gosh moment. Colleen experienced it. She had Gronk at her house for a snowstorm, and she went out in the morning because she has a pen where they all go to the bathroom, and she walked out, and Oscar walked out like this is a normal day, and Gronk wouldn't step out of the garage, and he put the brakes on, tried to rope him, and tug him out, and then he was like, I can't, oh, and then once his feet were, he's like, oh, it's not that bad, and then he ran around. So I think that they do find it strange, but they learn to love it. Sophia seems to hear, is that true? How hard is it to train her? There you go, Devin.
She's not hard to train, and yes, she can hear.
There you go. That's a very direct answer. At what point do you phase out treats during training? I'm not big on treats. The most treats I really give is when we spoon feed them at a young age, and we continue to spoon feed their whole lives, but I'm really not a big treat giver. I'm not a trainer that you're going to see with a big pouch of cookies attached to I'm not going to always look at me and all that stuff. I just want them to willingly do it. I give a lot of rewards with praise, so I'm not a treat. I don't know if you do a lot of treats.
No, I think there is a beginning with the spoon feeding and the treats at that age. But once they learn that they're supposed to pay attention to you, then I think the treats are distracting. You can give them treats after you're all done or something, but not in the process of trying to teach them something, because then they're teaching you to feed them treats.
Yes.
That happens to a lot of people.
Yeah. Sometimes I think that they want me closer to the mic, even with your yuppie puppy, I find that, because you teach them to hit it and the treats fall out, and I feel like sometimes when they come down to me, it's like they paw at me like cookies will fall out of her, I promise. They'll just keep pawing at her. They want to know what kind of training you do on Sundays.
It's always different. Most of the time it will be in the arena with the minions.
What are you working on?
Basic with the leash and downstay.
Good. Okay, how close are the 4 starlets to being ready to match? The 4 starlets are all great. That's Clark, Gronk, Ava, and Merle. They're all good in their own ways, but they all still have a few hang-ups. They're all really young still. Clark is by far the best one. I think they'll be a year in March, right?
March 11th.
March 11th. Clark is still, he's the best. He's definitely the superstar, and Gronk's runner-up, I think. But we just need to get Gronk to stop eating everything. He's constantly ingesting anything he can, toys,
Really?
towels, anything he can find. So normally at night I'll throw 4 or 5 Kongs in with him, because Kongs are the only thing that he's yet to swallow. So any other toy, he'll swallow it whole. He's your puppy you brought to Danvers Animal Hospital because he swallowed that whole alligator toy.
Oh, okay.
Every time people take him on overnights, they say he poops out carpet pieces and stuff. So last night I forgot to give him Kongs, and I went in and there was wood in his whole. I don't know what I had Ryan going. I was like, make sure it's not a supporting beam for his loft. Like I can't. So Ryan said it was fine. So they're all good. They all, like I said, they just need a few tweaks.
Is he hungry?
And we need to find the right people for them. I feed him lunch, so.
Do we feed him on a tray so he has a lot of chewing time?
We could feed him out of a tray.
Let's try that and slow him up a little bit.
Okay. Devin, you are living proof that training is not about the size of the trainer. What has been your toughest challenge? Wow.
Probably with bigger dogs downstairs. In the beginning, getting them to lay down.
Let's see. I'm curious about how the dogs get potty trained when they go from the house to the kennels. Before the camera world, we used to be able to put puppies out back and make a very small inside space. It was heated and warm, and then they had the whole back deck. So by 3 to 4 weeks old, 4 to 5 weeks old, these puppies knew to go outside to go to the bathroom. It was a brilliant idea. But then once the cameras came, we love you all, and we love the cameras, but then we needed them on camera in the house, so that kind of changed the potty process. In the house, I try to have Donna let them out throughout the day so that they're not always peeing on the floor. But in the barn, we use the same method that we would use back here on the back deck. We make a small inside space, so you'll see it in Kennel 9. We'll do it in Kennel 10 occasionally with the fencing. So our biggest peers and poopers, we move down there because we can make a tiny inside spot so that they basically have enough room to come off the loft, turn around, and then they're forced right outside to go to the bathroom. So it usually works for the most part.
The natural instinct
Yeah.
of a puppy at about 2 weeks old is to go away from mother to pee. Now, whether they're trying to get away from her licking them forever or not, I don't know, but they're trying to get away. And by 3 weeks, they definitely are trying to get as far away from where they sleep to pee, which sometimes is only 2 feet. But they will leave their sleeping area to do that. So we're just trying to build on that.
Megan, can you add field training to DSW shoes? I do go there. I know there's some thing about they give money to a nonprofit. I got to find out. Somebody sent me something. I got to go back and reread that. But they're doing some sort of, they'll give money to people.
Oh, yeah.
I got to look into that. But there's a DSW at the North Shore Mall.
Oh, really?
So, yep.
Oh, well, let's go join them.
Yep.
Go ahead.
What keywords do we teach the dogs? Basically, we don't bark orders at the dogs. We talk to them. Carlene always says when the dogs leave here, they have a vocabulary of a 2-year-old. Its basic ones are whoa, wait, down, stay,
Back,
come, leave it. Those, knock it off, dog. Like, can you hear me? Like that type of thing. So we're not your typical service dog outfit. Let's see. What are the personalities of your dogs, and what are their interactions like? My dogs. Noelle is
a bitch.
Yeah, she's spoiled.
Female dog. She's
Yep.
a female dog. She's a bitch.
She is she gives you this look. She sits back like disgusted almost. And people, when we breed her and she's here on camera with her puppies, people comment constantly, Noelle's so depressed. She hates being a mom. Look at her face. Like, she's disgusted. She hates it. That's her face all the time. So when she's at home and she's happy, she still does that face, her resting bitch face, I call it. But Walter is an intact male, so he's a handful, but he's goofy, he's lovable, playful. Magnus is Magnus is a goofball. He loves food, clearly. He's on a diet. I know people put that around online. Happy dog. What about your dogs? You have another dog at home?
He's more timid than Sophia, but he's a barker also, so he makes her think she can bark.
He's not a Dane.
No.
Why?
He's a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Why don't you use different spoons? I don't understand that question.
Why do we?
It says, why don't you use different spoons?
Why use long-handled spoons? God forbid you let go of the handle.
Teaspoons. Iced teaspoons.
Iced tea. We like iced spoons.
Oh, that one was way back. I got my comments about the changing.
We have to take a picture of Bentley coming to get
Oh, this is a good one.
a treat from somebody or a spoonful, to come with its mouth wide open, and you can see down the whole throat.
Yeah. This is a
Let
good
go
one.
of that spoon, it's gone.
There's a few good ones. Will Sophia be put back into training as a service dog? No, she lives with Devin. Devin takes her out and continues her training as a demo dog, so that eventually, Bailey used to be a great demo dog for our program, but age comes and she can't do it. So we always need, like, Oscar is a great demo dog. Hopefully Sophia will follow in the footsteps. No, Fido was a great one. Noelle, first dog that Bella walked with was Noelle. She walked from the T-tent to the barn. So we always like to keep our breeding dogs like Bentley, Opal, all of them in line so that we can use them to see if people can actually benefit from a dog. Have you ever had a dog lie down in a store and refuse to get up?
Oh.
Yes, I have. I was, way back when I first started, we were in Shaw's, Carlene and I was going through the store. I must have had one of Noelle's litter because she had Nanny. And this woman came up to me with this frantic look on her face and she said, "Are you Megan?" And I said, yes, I'm Megan. What's up? "There's a woman by the meat counter and she told me to come get you. She says it's an emergency." So I come over and I turn the corner and Manny is like flat on the floor and he won't get up. And we discovered, you want to take the lead on that one?
There was the mirror.
The mirror, yeah.
The mirror that was at an angle over the meat. And he sort of saw himself upside down or thought it was another dog or whatever.
Yeah.
And he panicked and his legs went.
And it's the slippery
He's
floor.
gone.
And
He
the
was out.
And that, so it was a lot
And
of
he wasn't even
encouragement.
trying to get up.
Yeah, so it took us both to be like, "Come on, dog," and we had to give him a little bit of a shove, and then he popped right up. Anything that the camera people could get for us, vest coats, treats, dog brushes, etc. Only thing I think that we run out of is milk bones, to be honest. I mean,
The little ones.
I like the little tiny mini ones.
And somebody sent us a whole bunch of those broken in half.
Wow. So
And those were even better because they go in this
yeah.
these things over here.
Yeah, because when it's any type of bones that you send are appreciated, but when you send me the big milk bones, then I make volunteers sit with a hammer and break them up. So think about them and try and send the small ones.
The tiny ones are great. The tiny ones broken in half are even better. And of course not in the milk bone box, please.
Pokies will be going on overnights right after their final C5 shot. So once that's done, then they're going to start to go off property. How did you get Sophia?
I told Carlene I wanted her.
Do you think it's confusing when the puppies rotate back into the kitchen to pee on towels? That's a tough one.
Well, I can do that one.
Go. Okay.
You'll notice that they're peeing away from where they sleep, for the most part. Every once in a while you get, but for the most part they pee over right in front of the refrigerator, because that's as far as they can get from their bed. And I have asked that we try and get it organized so we can have that outdoor hall
Yeah.
available for them to go around the corner and pee, and that would be even better, but
Same.
we don't seem to get that organized.
It's that same concept of I have to go somewhere else, not
Yeah,
just
gotta get
stand
away-
up and pee on the
Gotta get away from my bed.
Yeah. Walter's tail is great.
Is it?
It's not 100%, it's still kinked, but there's no more raw oozing spot that was like dripping and smelling and he was constantly into it. So we're done with that. But it's still crooked.
Distinctive.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Dee Dee's gonna bring tiny bones on Sunday. Thank you. Other than that, I think we're good. Any other questions for Devin? Going once? Going twice? She's your overnight tonight, so feel free to talk to her on the computer. There you go.
Devin is?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Big party on Saturday.
Yep.
Make sure to take lots of pictures.